So first of all, hello. It's been, I want to say since January or February since I last did a boot review or posted anything really. And I'm sorry for that. A lot of stuff's happened. And I kind of want to talk about it real quick. I've been meaning to make a video like this for, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 months, even when I was still doing reviews. Obviously, I started this brand, Haltz boots, as reselling football boots, right? Reselling soccer cleats. And it was a lot of fun. And then I kind of stopped. And a lot of people have been asking me why. I told a lot of people at one point that I was going to do a video about it, and I just never really did. So I figured, why not, right? Why not make a video now? I just got out of the shower. I was thinking this morning, why don't I do this video? It's been long overdue, and I can kind of just explain where I've been, what I've been up to, and kind of what's happened for the few of you who do care, because there has been, not a lot of people, but a few. So basically what happened was 2023, I moved into a warehouse with Haltz boots. It was my best ever year in 2022. The growth was insane from 2020 to 2021. I was able to do Haltz boots full time. And then between the whole year of 2021 and 2022, things were going very, very well for Haltz boots. I moved in with my girlfriend, had an entire office, probably twice the size of this, just absolutely cram-packed with boots. And that's just where I was doing all my selling from, kept the collection in a small closet, and things were going really, really well. I did a really big speed flow drop, for those of you who remember that, at the end of 2022, or maybe July of 2022. And that's when I started thinking, hey, I really need to get some sort of actual warehouse or something. And that's what I ended up doing. Beginning of 2023, I moved into a warehouse. I think it was like 4,000 square feet or something. Maybe like 2,000 square feet. It wasn't that big, but it was huge. Had a loft. It was really, really cool place. I absolutely loved it. But that's kind of where the downfall of Haltz boots started. Full transparency. I don't have anything to hide. I just didn't have an idea on what it was like having a warehouse and the overhead that comes with the warehouse, insurance, the actual rent, utilities. When you take $2,500 out of your monthly budget, that was just all for buying boots. You then have to start pinching pennies a little bit in areas that requires it. And maybe that's not entirely true, but that's what I should have done. And I just was really naive and high ran things. And I was just really excited, constantly go, 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 and didn't really take a good look at everything in the big picture. And so what ended up happening was I basically outgrew my own appetite. I couldn't really, I'm gonna start over that. Okay, I had to restart. So basically that big drop happened 2022 with the speed flows. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to grow, found a warehouse. And so in 2023, in March, I moved into that warehouse. And it was a really good time. I absolutely loved it. Had a few friends who were helping me out, working for me a little bit, really showing me a lot of cool things I could do. That's when the YouTube channel started, just doing reviews. But I was really naive in how much it cost to operate a warehouse that was, 2,000 square feet, maybe a little more. Plus it had a loft, and rent's expensive. I think it was $1,500 just for that. And that's not utilities, insurance, things like that. So all said and done, that was an extra $2,500 taken out of my boot buying budget. And mostly what I did with Haltz boots was buy the boots, sell them, and then buy more, right? So that's how I grew. And basically, I wasn't able to keep up with that. So in October, I left the warehouse, didn't have to break the lease. The guy just let me go. Super, super cool guy. I was really grateful for him. And then that's when things kind of got worse for Haltz boots. One of my main suppliers, he texted me that he no longer was in the boot game. And I was like, okay, when are you getting out? And he said, now. So no ill feelings to that guy. He really was a big part of me in Haltz boots, and that made it hurt. And then a few other things happened, and a couple other suppliers were no longer able to supply me. So that's where a lot of the issues really started in terms of just keeping the brand going. And I've made a few other mistakes along the way, and it was just not feasible. So I took up another job. I was actually just working I worked at a golf course for a little bit. I was working in a shop after that. I didn't really like doing that stuff. Was working at a shop for a couple months, ended up moving, and kind of just chilled, was able to just relax for a few months, got recertified in personal training. That's what I was doing before I started Haltz Boots back in 2021 even maybe. I was doing a lot of personal training and was going to college for exercise science and stuff. So I did that for a while. I was managing a gym, and when I started managing the gym is when the reviews stopped because the hours were kind of strange, and on the weekends I just wanted to do things with my family, my friends, my girlfriend, and all those kind of things. So Haltz Boots kind of got set aside. You can see the collection walls looking a little bare, and that's just because all these boots were just sitting here, and I wasn't really certain that I needed them all. I wasn't going to wear most of them. I haven't been playing as much. I'm really getting back into playing, but just got rid of a lot of them. So those of you who picked up these boots that I sold, I really hope you wear them, and I hope you got to enjoy them. I tried to keep them out of the hands as resellers as much as I could. So what have I been doing now? Quit my job at that gym. I was very miserable with just working there. It was, I didn't really agree with how the franchise ran things and how everything worked out with their members and clients and stuff. It just was really uncomfortable for me. So I ended up leaving there and started a futsal club as well a couple months ago. Me and a bunch of friends were scrimmaging a professional futsal club on the weekends and had a really good time doing it. So I figured, hey, might as well start our own club and see what we can do with it. So been doing a lot of work on that, playing a lot of futsal. Haven't been testing or wearing boots much or reviewing boots much. Been working on a couple side projects here. As you can see, this is a pair of little kid Skechers that have been ripped apart. So if you can kind of guess what I've been doing with that, I've got some stuff I want to maybe do in the future. Basically what I want to do in the future from now on, I want to get back in the boot world. I've been really miserable not being in the boot world, and I think it's something I need to do, at least for now. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't know what that will pertain to be. I don't know what all that will include, but I know I want to get back to reviews. I know a lot of people don't like my reviews, how I do them. Totally cool. It's hard to do them. So I encourage you guys to try to do your own reviews and just see, so you get a better idea on how it all looks and how it works, because it's tough. There's a reason why there's so few guys who have been doing it long term. Also, sorry if you can hear that. That's the dump truck outside or whatever. But I want to get back to that. Seems like some people really did enjoy them, and I want to continue to do that. I do have a few videos in the works. I showed these torn up Skechers, so you can kind of imagine what I'm going to do with that, but that video just needs to be filmed. I pretty much have everything else done for it. I do have a pair of boots that could be potentially like video out in the next 2 weeks, and that's the Sakito Scudetto. So big shout out to Sakito for sending a pair of these out. I'm not going to have a bunch of unboxing footage or anything before they were worn. I just started wearing them because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with them, if I was going to film a video. And then I have a video with Matt Sheldon that is filmed. I just need to edit it. It's called What I Wore, and basically it's what Matt wore throughout his entire footballing career, from when he was a little kid all the way up to currently. And it was a really cool video. I think if I can actually edit it, it will come out to my favorite video I've ever made. It was really cool working with him, a lot of cool insight, and I think it will maybe be a cool series to do in the future if I can get in touch with some more professional athletes, professional footballers rather. It was a lot of fun, and I think you guys will enjoy it, and I think if I could continue to grow that as a series, it would be super cool. So yeah, so that's basically it. I don't know if I mentioned futsal already, but started a futsal club. It's going really well, and I'm going to continue to try to do that, but I need to return to the footballing world, for me, more so than for anybody else. So for those of you who are excited for the reviews to potentially be coming back sick, thank you for always supporting me, those who have, and those who don't, and who hate on the YouTube videos because they're not always super high quality. That's okay too. I get it. It would be frustrating if I was watching something I didn't enjoy or didn't agree with. So totally cool there. So that's basically what's been happening. I don't see myself returning to selling football boots. I still have some inventory left, but it's a lot of small sizes, a lot of metals. So I might post, I might make an eBay page and just sell them off there and link that to my socials or something like that. So kind of a very brief explanation of what's been going on the last few months, last year and a half really. And it hasn't been fun. I wasn't in a really good spot. I was pretty upset, pretty depressed when Haltz Boots is falling apart. But it's still around, just maybe not how it started. And sometimes change is good. I learned a lot of things running a business that I feel like a lot of people who start off with don't really know, and made a lot of mistakes. And that's kind of part of life at this point. You know, I'm not getting any younger. I'm 26 now, and you know, started this when I was 20, I think. So it's just been a really cool ride the last half decade or so. And I'm excited for what's next. I'm going to be back in the football boot world, hopefully. You know, nothing concrete yet, so don't take my word for it entirely, but this video will get posted and you guys hopefully will have a better idea what's coming in the future. So thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. Hopefully you understand now. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. You can drop them in the comments. You can DM me on Instagram, whatever you choose. So thanks.